Doctor reveals, stop these 10 habits after 60, and you could live longer. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Socrates' dear friends, welcome to another heartfelt conversation on the Golden Years Wisdom Channel, where we believe that the most beautiful chapters of your life are still being written. Today, we are exploring something powerful, yet often overlooked: how letting go of certain habits can bring more joy, vitality, and years to your life. As Maya Angelou wisely said, we delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Your golden years are a time of transformation, of shedding what no longer serves you. Before we begin this journey together, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so we can continue to share wisdom that brightens your days. Now, let's explore the gentle art of letting go. Chapter 1. The Peace of Mind Sanctuary: Releasing Worry to Reclaim Your Mental Freedom. Martha, at 87, used to spend hours each day worrying about things beyond her control: a missed call from her grandson, a strange sound in her car, the weather forecast for next week's garden club meeting. I realized one day that my worry wasn't changing outcomes. It was only stealing my peace, she shares with a gentle smile. The constant cycle of anxiety was silently affecting her blood pressure, disrupting her sleep, and dimming the joy in her everyday moments. When Martha began practicing the art of worry containment, setting aside just 15 minutes each day to address her concerns, and then consciously releasing them, she noticed her chest felt lighter and her mind clearer. Research confirms that chronic stress accelerates aging at the cellular level, while cultivating peace of mind strengthens immunity and enhances cognitive function. Consider which small worries you might release today, not as an act of carelessness, but as a profound form of self-care that honors the wisdom you've earned through your years. Chapter 2. The Rhythm of Movement: Finding Joy in Gentle, Consistent Motion. Thomas, at 93, credits his remarkable mobility not to intense exercise, but to his refusal to remain still for too long. In my 70s, I fell into the habit of sitting for hours with my books and television, he recalls, eyes twinkling, until my doctor explained that my aching joints weren't asking for rest. They were begging for movement. The human body was designed for motion, with each gentle movement sending nutrients to your joints, improving circulation to your brain, and releasing endorphins that elevate your mood. Rather than exhausting workout routines, focus on incorporating natural movement throughout your day: stretching while waiting for the kettle to boil, walking while speaking on the phone, dancing in your kitchen to favorite songs from your youth. Remember Eleanor Roosevelt's wisdom: you must do the thing you think you cannot do. Your body remembers how to move with pleasure when you give it permission to begin exactly where you are, without judgment or comparison. Chapter 3. Evening Nourishment Wisdom: Honoring Your Body's Nighttime Healing Process. 82-year-old Elizabeth noticed a pattern every time she indulged in late-night snacking. Her sleep grew restless, morning brought unusual stiffness, and her energy remained low throughout the following day. I never connected these symptoms until my friend suggested I try finishing my last bite at least 3 hours before bedtime. She explains. The difference was remarkable. Within days, her sleep deepened and her mornings brightened. Your body's nighttime processes are delicate orchestrations of repair and restoration, with your digestive system needing rest just as much as your mind does. When you eat late, especially heavy foods, your organs must continue working when they should be recovering, disrupting critical detoxification and regeneration. Consider creating an evening ritual that signals completion, perhaps a small cup of herbal tea or a gentle stretching sequence, replacing late-night eating with nourishment for your spirit instead. As Hippocrates taught us centuries ago, let food be thy medicine, but let medicine work in the light of day. Chapter 4. The Language of Emotions: Embracing Feelings as Messengers. not burdens. William, at 78, grew up in an era where men didn't discuss feelings, where stoicism was valued above emotional expression. I spent decades swallowing words that needed to be spoken. He shares, voice softening. I didn't realize those unspoken feelings were becoming physical pain, sleep disturbances, even affecting my heart. The human heart was never designed to be a storage container for unexpressed emotion. Grief that is acknowledged doesn't dissolve. It simply settles deeper into the body. Finding safe ways to express what you feel through journaling, trusted conversations, creative outlets, or even speaking aloud when alone isn't a sign of weakness, but of profound strength and self-awareness. Remember that emotional honesty creates space for deeper connections with others and a more authentic relationship with yourself. As Carl Jung wisely observed, what you resist persists. What you embrace transforms. Your feelings, honored and expressed, become not your burden, but your guide. Chapter 5. Sweet Life Balance. Recalibrating your relationship with sugar for clearer days. Margaret, celebrating her 90th birthday, confides that her sharpness of mind comes partly from a decision she made at 65 to dramatically reduce processed sugar. I had such a sweet tooth, she laughs, but I noticed my thinking grew foggy after indulging. When I began choosing fruit instead of cookies, everything brightened: my mood, my memory, even my appreciation for simpler flavors. Your mature body processes sugar differently than it once did, with each sweet indulgence creating more pronounced effects on your inflammation levels, cognitive function, and energy stability. This isn't about denying yourself pleasure, but rediscovering subtler, more nourishing sources of sweetness. The perfect ripeness of a summer peach, the complex notes in dark chocolate, the natural sweetness that emerges when vegetables are roasted slowly. As your taste buds reset, you'll likely discover what many before you have, that clarity feels sweeter than any momentary indulgence. As Thich Nhat Hanh reflected, because of your smile, you make life more beautiful. Chapter 6. The Sacred Rest Revolution. Honoring sleep as your most powerful medicine. Evelyn, vibrant at 85, believes her good health stems from a simple practice. I listen when my body whispers instead of waiting for it to shout. She recognized that ignoring her body's early signals for rest was creating a cascade of health challenges, from weakened immunity to memory lapses and emotional fragility. When she began honoring her natural sleep rhythm, dimming lights when evening arrived and rising with the morning sun, her entire health picture transformed. Quality sleep isn't a luxury, but the foundation upon which all other aspects of health are built. During these precious hours, your brain clears accumulated toxins, your cells repair damage, and your emotional experiences are processed and integrated, creating a gentle transition to sleep. Perhaps through soft music, light stretching, or reflective journaling signals to your nervous system that it's safe to surrender to rest. Consider the wisdom of Arianna Huffington, who reminds us, we sacrifice sleep in the name of productivity, but ironically, our productivity is reduced because we don't get enough sleep. Chapter 7. The Connection Prescription. Nurturing relationships as medicine for longevity. Robert, who recently celebrated his 98th birthday surrounded by friends from every decade of his life, shares his secret. I never stopped reaching out, even when it would have been easier to retreat. After losing his wife of 60 years, Robert felt the pull toward isolation that many experience with age and loss, yet he recognized it as a danger sign rather than a natural progression. Social connections function as powerful medicine for your brain and body. Regular, meaningful interaction reduces inflammation, strengthens immune response, and protects cognitive function. This doesn't require grand gestures or exhausting social calendars, but rather intentional moments of genuine connection, a phone call to share a memory, joining a class that interests you, or simply engaging fully with the cashier at your local store. Remember the beautiful insight from Ram Dass: we're all just walking each other home by remaining engaged with others, Even in small ways, you create ripples of well-being that extend in both directions, nourishing both yourself and your community. Chapter 8. The Mindful Dining Practice, Transforming Meals into Moments of Presence and Pleasure. Clara, a vibrant 92-year-old with remarkably good digestion, attributes her health to a simple habit formed in her 70s: eating without distractions. "I used to eat standing at the counter, reading the mail, barely tasting a bite," she recalls with a shake of her head. "Now I sit, I breathe, I notice the colors on my plate, and I chew each bite until it tells me its story." The simple act of slowing down while eating initiates a cascade of benefits throughout your body: improved digestion as your system properly prepares for nourishment, greater satisfaction with smaller portions as you register fullness cues, and enhanced absorption of nutrients your body needs for repair and energy. Creating a small ritual around meals, perhaps setting the table thoughtfully, even when dining alone, expressing gratitude before beginning, or simply taking 3 deep breaths before lifting your fork, transforms eating from a mechanical process into a form of self-respect. As in Lamott beautifully expressed, lighthouses don't go running all over an island looking for boats to save. They just stand there shining. Conclusion. Dear friends, as we reach the closing of our time together, I invite you to consider which of these gentle releases most resonated with your heart. Remember that letting go isn't about deprivation. It is about creating space for what truly matters in this precious season of your life. Each small choice to release what no longer serves you becomes a gift to your future self. In the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. Buddha, we'd be honored to hear which wisdom you're carrying forward from today's conversation. Please share in the comments below. Your insights may be exactly what another member of our community needs to hear today. Until next time, remember that it is never too late to let go of what weighs you down and embrace what lifts you up. From all of us at Golden Years Wisdom Channel, we're grateful to walk this journey alongside you.